They wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Savage.
And this is Ty. What's up, y'all?
And this is Articulate. This is the Articulate podcast, and we are articulate.
I just want to say I'm in a great mood. And I don't know why.
It's Valentine's Day, and you know you're loved.
I mean, yeah, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I know it's a day late, but happy belated Valentine's Day. By the time you guys hear this, anything happened on Valentine's Day for you? It's seems like the answer is no. We both were at work, so.
Basically, it's just another day. Like, I literally spent a good portion of my day telling my coworkers, because they're all married with children, of course, you need to buy flowers for your wife. And they're like, why? I'm just going to buy my kid a gift, and the kid will be happy, and my wife will be happy because my kid is happy. And I'm like, what kind of fucked up logic?
I've heard similar stories because people who are married is like, it's Valentine's Day is every day. I don't care about this shit like that.
But no, the weather's nice here. I don't know how the weather is. Like, the weather directly impacts my mood. So
it's like 60 degrees in Atlanta today. But I would agree with that. Yeah, when it's gloomy as fuck, I'm ready to lay down and go to bed. But Valentine's Day, I'm not doing anything, and I'm completely fine with that. I'm not even bothered by people posting all their shit online. I could care less. But I want to mention the fact that I went to Mardi Gras this past weekend.
Hey.
Or I should say New Orleans.
I fucking love Mardi Gras. Did you have fun?
I had a blast, but, well, let me just say the parts that I can remember.
Drunk. Drunk ass.
There was a lot of drinking involved, especially Saturday night. I wasn't 2 days, Friday night. But I also realized my age on Saturday night because we had got drunk early, of course, because that's what you do on Bourbon Street, New Orleans. And by the time it was time to go out, we went back to the room to get changed or whatever. It was like 11 p.m. maybe. When I tell you I did not want to go back out the hotel, I'm like, I'm done.
I'm all for a nap. Once y'all get over the hill, over that 30 hump, you want a nap. Especially if you've been day drinking. It's a mandatory event.
Right.
But I'm glad you had fun.
I did. Of course, there was some fighting, a little tussle going on in the club. I think we left at maybe 2 o'clock. Like, I wasn't trying to shut that shit down and be in the parking lot like niggas be doing afterwards. But I was in the bed by the time they shut down the club for the night anyway. But that was fun. Did you want to let us know what happened over your weekend?
I don't remember. I think
you told me. You told me, but I can't remember.
I feel like my shit was real boring because I'm really drawing a blank as to what I did over the weekend.
Yeah, you were bored.
Let's move forward amicably.
Articulate. Let's get right into it. Did you see where the video? Okay, so it was a high school basketball player signing on signing day.
I think I know what you're about to say.
Or football, sorry. And they sit at a table. It's like a news press conference, and the student has to pick which school they want to sign with by selecting the hat off the table. The mom is sitting right next to him, black family, of course. She has on an Alabama sweater or whatever, a sweatshirt, and he picks up, instead of picking up the Alabama hat, which is what she probably wanted him to do, he picked up, I think it was Miami.
Yeah.
No, Florida, University of Florida, actually. My brother went there. But, so Florida Gators. And he picked that up and put it on. When I tell you, she was pissed. She got up from the table and walked the fuck off. In front of the cameras, like, everybody's seeing this shit. It was going viral online because people were pissed. Like, how could she do that? Even if she didn't want him to go there. Like, she's petty as fuck. But I completely agree with that. But they did show her, because he broke down crying. Like, after she walked off, it seemed like it had something to do with her being upset because he'd seen her storm off. But I know part of it probably, too, was the emotion of him, selecting the school. But she probably broke that little boy heart on TV.
Listen, the thing about, I think you should support your children in whatever decision you want to make. But you don't know what they discussed before even getting there. Like, maybe his mother was giving him all these reasons as to why she wanted him to go to Alabama. I don't know, but I say, shit, if you ain't happy, get your ass up from the table and walk away. That goes for any situation in life. If it's some shit that gets on your nerves, get up, walk away. I don't give a fuck. I
If
still
nothing
love
else, it
you.
was embarrassing. And clearly, he's like a mama's boy. Like she broke. It looked like he was heartbroken. So I was sad for him
Well, he
for
should have
that
picked the
reason.
school his mama told him to pick. The end.
But I mean, it's
I
unless
wouldn't have
she's
done it. I'm just saying people shouldn't be
paying
mad at
for
her.
it, unless she's paying for his degree, I think let him do what he wants to do.
But it's like people are trying to discount her feelings about it. Like, no, you need to just be happy for him no matter what. If she feel away, she fucking feel away.
Well, I think she should have felt the way off camera. It was embarrassing. Like it looked really. Like I was embarrassed for him.
I mean, I don't know them, so show your black ass all you want.
But they did show later on. He was speaking, and after he selected his school, and he broke down crying, like before he could really say much on the microphone. And his mom came up behind him and gave him a hug. So
Yeah.
she turned over a new leaf.
She always gonna love her son. She just was like, bitch, I told you to pick Alabama, huh? And here you are, embarrassing me. Anyway.
So Laylo on Instagram said, regardless of the reason, she shouldn't have got up and left. If you grown, act grown. Don't act like a child. Nessa_Pooh21.
Yes.
Okay. She said black moms always get mad at you and then want to be nice.
Exactly. Ain't no fucking apology either.
Right.
You want to go to the store? You saw what I mean?
I did. That is so true. I was the same way growing up. Like,
my mom ain't apologize.
Whoop
for
your
shit.
ass. And they be like, you want to ride with me? No, I don't. I'm still mad.
I don't.
And sore.
I don't even want to be your child right now. Matter of fact.
Yeah, but Drake was in the news for charity work. Oh, before I get into that, I've been seeing a lot about Fetty Wap's baby mamas online. How many baby mamas he got now? Because somebody else is pregnant.
He gotta have a cheesy dick. Like, it's gotta just be filthy. I just feel like he's probably uncircumcised. Like, how did he be fucking all these?
This is my thing.
All cute. They're all pretty women.
And they be arguing online and being petty. I'm like, so
I think they're
stupid.
all stupid as shit. I think
they have to be.
They're all pretty dumb.
Especially when you calculate the fact that Fetty Wap ain't had a hit in a couple years.
But you know what? I think he does have a certain fan base. I'm not in it, but I think that he still gets performances.
I'm sure he does, but he's not making him music.
It's not
like
enough
he had
to support his 9 kids. Like, I legit think he has like 6 or 7 kids by 5 different baby mamas.
It just felt like the girl Alexis Scott just had a baby. Somebody else just had one, and I feel like somebody else is currently pregnant, and I'm confused. Or he has a current girlfriend, and somebody else is pregnant. Anyway, clearly, if he gets too close to your vagina, you're gonna be pregnant.
Your ass is getting pregnant. He got them super swimmers. But I read that he just went to a baby shower of one baby. Like, it's a woman pregnant. I think Lizzie is her name. And then he just went to a 1-year birthday for one of his kids. And he was just in the hospital with Alexis. That's 3 kids.
Fuck Fetty. That's a fucking motherfucker.
And then I remember seeing Alexis got mad because he was laid up with an Instagram chick while their baby was in the... Sis, you have a premature baby. That's community dick. That's not your dick. Not you.
Listen.
It's never been your dick. It's always been community dick. Community dick. Just pray he don't give you nothing, because I have a feeling they still be fucking him too.
Bless the children. But on a better note, Drake gave back recently in Miami. He was there filming a video for one of his songs. Oh God! So Drake charity work in Miami. He bought $50,000 in groceries for random shoppers in the grocery store, and the people were saying that he was telling them to like get more shit.
I would have got the whole section. I would have cleaned out the steak section. I would have cleaned out all the shit I could have froze. I would have been in the wine section. I would have been like, where is the caviar in this bitch? I'm about to buy up. I would have acted real black. I would have what's that show on Food Network where you run around the grocery store getting stuff?
It's got Guy on there, but I can't remember.
Grocery store games. Not that one. It was another one they used to have back in the day.
Oh, back in the day. Yeah.
That would have been my black ass.
That was my shit.
I would have put my headphones in, put some Migos in, and been running all over that goddamn store.
They were being real modest about it. I seen this, like, non-black person with one little shopping cart. Like, it was very like
If
clean and
somebody
just
had one of them
modest. And
hand
bitch,
baskets,
please
I would have been like, I need a big bag. I would have been like, Tyrone. Oh, Ty.
listen. You know when people get food stamps and you be seeing them in the store and they got like 2 baskets filled
That
to
would
the
have been
brim?
me.
Me, Drake charity work. But GM Deza said he was one of the people in the store. A real king went out and paid for everyone's groceries in the store.
I don't know if that
Fit-
warrants king, but go ahead.
Another $50,000 was donated to the Lotus House Women's Shelter. He donated another $25,000 to a senior student at Miami Senior High School.
Love
And
it.
I'm sorry, at University of Miami, he gave her $50,000 for scholarship donations. And he gave $25,000 to the Miami Senior High and gave them some new uniforms for
I'm
their
glad that
teams.
he's spending his money outside of the strip
I
club.
love it.
I mean, he's going to continue to, finance
I
strippers'
mean,
lives,
there has to
but
be a balance, and I like it.
absolutely, I like it too. Go ahead, boo. Daddy. He can do no wrong in
So,
my eyes.
agreed. Omarosa is
Huh.
currently on Celebrity Big Brother.
She's back.
I talked about it before. I was on the fence about whether I was going to watch it. I still plan to catch up, but I have not watched a single episode yet. And I keep hearing all these stories about all the shit she's talking about Trump. Apparently, she was complaining about Trump and Pence on there. One of the things she said was like, I feel like I was serving my country and not Trump. And you know what I mean? When she was in the White House.
Stupid lies. She just wanted to get in the damn White House, and she did.
I feel like she's on Celebrity Big Brother just to save face, especially with the black community. But when we're done with you, we are done.
I'm definitely done.
You're a
Bye, bitch.
coon. And we were done with her before the White House. She just really dug her grave deeper by fucking being on his team in the first place.
I read something that said she sucked his dick. But I also read something
I
that
wouldn't doubt
said that she said people should be afraid of Pence and that he feels like Jesus talks directly to him
I saw that.
and he's evil. Maybe I made up
As
evil.
bad as y'all think Trump is, you should be worried about Pence. Yeah, she said that.
Yeah, but I mean that shit we already knew. Like,
that's what I was gonna say. Just tell me something I don't fucking know.
sus,
We
we
knew that
already knew
already.
that.
We don't need you to tell us that. Why is this news?
We need a 2-for-1 impeachment. But he's sticking around. He's like a goddamn tick. But we ain't got to stay on him too long.
Throw them all away is what I say.
Burn them off.
Allie Pretty Rose on Instagram said, "That's the price of cooning." And then I Songbird said, "We got us. Go away." Thank you, I Songbird.
Okay,
go the fuck
'cause
away.
we do got us. Just stay over there.
You will continue to be
She just
canceled,
gonna Stacey
Omarosa.
Dash herself, except Stacey Dash was at least fine. So people at first was like, okay, but now if you bring up Stacey Dash, people roll their eyes.
Right.
I can't stand her either.
But Omarosa is just a coon. All right.
Through and through.
So, I don't know if you've updated your Snapchat yet, but apparently almost 600,000 people have signed a petition to change this new redesign they've come up with. I looked at it for the first time today, and it gave me anxiety. I closed it immediately.
I feel like the people that use it regularly, they felt away, but some of us who use it sporadically, it wasn't that bad.
I got anxiety. Because it's one of those things like anything else, you'll get used to it, but just seeing it for the first time is like, so basically when you swipe right, you see all of your friends' stories and messages together. And they're like in alphabetical order. So if you're looking for somebody's name that starts with a T, you have to scroll all the way down and see if they haven't made a new story, then you're just gonna see your last message to them, or you get the ability to send them a message.
Mine isn't in alphabetical order. It's in chronological.
Yeah, and then if you swipe the other way, like you only can swipe in 2 places now. The middle is the camera, but left and right is. So the other way is the Discover page. That's where all the celebrities are now. But they're mixed in with all that other Discover shit that's always been there, like all those stories and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like they just lumped stuff together that made it a little bit more confusing. So like again, anything else you'll get used to it. It just made me anxious initially.
Snapchat said you better get used to it and you better shut the hell up.
Exactly.
They were like, we ain't fixing shit. This is Snapchat. This is what you're getting. It's free. Shut up.
I kind of fell off. I don't use Snapchat as much as I do, so I don't give too much of a fuck. But
Me either.
I did immediately close it because I didn't feel like thinking that much, especially because I was at work. So Trump's camp is talking about replacing food stamps or EBT cards with monthly delivered meal kits. They're gonna call the meal kits America's Harvest Boxes, and they'll come with milk, juice, grains, pasta, fruits, veggies, and canned meat. The canned meat is what threw me because just fuck our health, huh? Like you just
Canned
don't.
meat.
You trying to kill us? Have you not seen what the hell? The fuck?
I had not heard about this. They are wildin'. And guess what's going to happen? They're going to have a private company that gets a contract for this. And the private company is going to get a shit ton of money.
Yep.
And the product is going to be piss poor. And the people that actually need food stamps and actually need, food or have dietary restrictions, they're going to be the ones fucked over in the end. It's kind of going to be like the private prison system, I think.
I don't know. Sound like
It's
you
gonna
might
be
be trying to
horrible.
kill off a group of people. Fucking
It's
genocide.
it's gonna be horrible. And sorry, I don't know if everybody knows this, but Black people are not the number one recipients of food stamps.
I'm glad you said that because
Make America great again, sis.
L_chip number one said, yes, great news because most of his supporters are on food stamps.
Bloop. Good for you, dumbass. I bet you their face was cracked as soon as they saw that.
Right, but this keeps happening. People that support him keep being affected negatively.
Ignorant.
Like he's not helping y'all. Y'all stupid.
There should be a lesson to do your damn research, do your Googles before you go vote for somebody.
Lydia Monia on Instagram said, so he plans to cater to all allergies and specific diets? And my answer to that is I highly the fuck doubt it.
It's a fuck no. That's definitely not gonna happen.
You gonna get what come in this goddamn box.
And
hopefully it won't pass.
We say that about every fucking thing.
Yeah, everything he comes up with,
and
or his camp comes up with. We'll see what happens, but I don't know. I don't know what's happening to this country. We're going downhill. Fucking Trump. Anyway, that's all I got.
Wait, before you move on, cause
what's up?
I just had a heavy heart. But did you see about the school shooting today?
I only saw a headline. I didn't even get to read about it. Was it in Florida? Is that the one?
It was in Florida. I can't remember the name of it, but 17 people.
It was 17 people?
Are dead. When I first saw the story, it was like, 14 people are injured. But there are 17 people that are dead. And the gunman was a former student of the school. He wasn't even an actual student.
Oh, my God.
And I'm just like, gun control. Anyone.
Any fucking one.
Just a little bit of gun control. And this is how many? I want to say the 18th school shooting since we started 2018. And we're only 43 days in.
Wow.
That's crazy to me.
But, what is it, Sandy Hook and all these other shootings that happened, if that didn't do it out, they just don't give a fuck.
18 school shootings in a matter of 6 weeks.
It's sad, really.
It's crazy to me.
Definitely praying for all those people and their families. That's terrible
my
news.
condolences to them too, because you wake up, go to school, shit, you don't even feel like going to high school for real. You ready to graduate. And then somebody come in there and shoot you.
Homeschooling after. Everybody can be homeschooling, but terrible news. But
I'm sorry, it's depressing. I'm trying to think of some upbeat. I can't.
It's not gonna work. All right, y'all. That's it for Articulate. Please be sure to add hashtag TAP or hashtag the Articulate Podcast when you are commenting around social media. Let us know your thoughts on everything that's going on, and we may mention you and quote you in an upcoming episode. This episode is brought to you by The Stephen Knight Show. The Stephen Knight Show combines hard cultural views, fashion and business news, indie music along with celebrities from the world of sports and entertainment. The Stephen Knight Show kicked off its 8th season on air January 22nd. Previous guests have included Michael K. Williams, Tito Jackson, Faith Evans, Farnsworth Bentley, Pam Long of R&B group Total, Evelyn Braxton, Jody Watley, and other celebrities, as well as many independent artists, movie directors, fitness, and relationship experts. The Stephen Knight Show airs each and every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time only on the StephenKnightShow.com.
Welcome back, you guys. I don't know why I insist on singing. It's probably the microphone. Makes me feel like I need
I
to
know,
make
because it sounds good in your ears, like you can hit a note.
auntie. I know, and I can't. So I apologize.
Exactly.
I apologize. I felt Anita in my spirit. But let's
Don't
get
feel
into
that.
let's get into the articulated segment of the week. And I was actually inspired by Ty's recent trip to Mardi Gras.
Liquor. What are we talking about?
Not liquor.
Alcohol poisoning.
And I was also inspired because when I went down in the metro this morning, there was a priest and a woman standing next to him that was yelling out ashes for Ash Wednesday. And I had to turn down my Migos and my headphones, like, what is going on? Like, I saw the pastor, and I know it's Ash Wednesday, but I was trying to figure out what she was yelling at the top of her lungs. But anyway, they were, if you needed to get, ashes and start your Ash Wednesday off right, they had you. And I just thought, wow, that's pretty awesome for the people that don't have a chance to go to church. Mind you, a lot of people I know at work that are Catholic, they just roll over to the Catholic church during lunch, no problem. But this week I want to talk about Lent.
Okay.
And how Ash Wednesday and Fat Tuesday, how they play into it. Have you ever observed Lent?
Never.
Have you ever had anyone ask you, like, what are you giving up for Lent?
Yeah, people ask me that all the time, and I say the same thing I gave up for New Year's. Nothing.
Ain't no New Year, new me. But I just thought it would be kind of a relevant topic because, as you guys know, yesterday was Fat Tuesday. Today is Ash Wednesday. And Lent actually starts on today. And it's 40 days. So
Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah, it's generally the amount of time between the day after Fat Tuesday and Easter. So, I mean, if you're going to be fasting, you can save all that money up that you're not spending on groceries and get you a nice Easter outfit. I don't know. I don't know if Catholics do that, but I know Baptist people certainly do. So, just really quick, what is Lent? It is a period of 40 days. Ooh, talk me. A period of 40 days, and it comes before Easter in the Christian calendar. It's an old English word, so think back, I don't know, like 400, or the 4th century, rather. It's a word that means lengthen. Lengthen. Does that sound right? It sounds weird to me. Anyway, it's observed in spring when the days begin to get longer, and it begins, like I said, on Ash Wednesday. It's a season of reflection and preparation before the celebrations of Easter. And you know what does Easter mean to you?
A new suit.
You irritating.
What is pastel colors? Big hat, church hats. Everybody go to church. Even if you haven't been for the whole year, like that's literally the first things that I think about.
Yes, thank you. But Christians typically observe Lent because they're trying to replicate Jesus Christ's sacrifice and his withdrawal into the desert for 40 days. So it's marked by fasting from foods and festivities. I've heard some people say I'm giving up watching porn or I'm giving up eating meat.
Now that you mention it, I been to churches that did fast for the 40 days. They did like what they call the Daniel fast,
Yeah.
or you don't eat all day until like 6 p.m. or something like that till sundown, for 40 days. But I never participated.
Yeah. And there's a couple of, 40 days is a significant number for a couple of reasons. And I'm not going to get super deep into it, but in Genesis, they talked about how they talked about how the flood that destroyed the earth was brought about by 40 days and nights of rain. The Hebrews spent 40 years in the wilderness before reaching the land promised to them by God, and then how Jesus spent 40 days fasting in the wilderness in preparation for his ministry. So I think most Christians really look at the amount of time Jesus spent in the wilderness as the key, right? So when they're praying and they're fasting, most of the time that's what they're observing. So there are a couple of other details about Lent I just wanted to go over. Purple, you'll see a lot of purple during that season. The drapes are purple. The pastor, or I keep saying pastor, the priest that was in the metro earlier, he had on a purple robe. And it's used because it's associated with mourning. So looking at the pain and the suffering of the crucifixion, right? And then also because it's associated with royalty and it celebrates Jesus Christ. I don't know why I feel like saying his whole name, but Jesus Christ, resurrection and sovereignty. So those are just a couple of details about Lent, the very basics. There's a lot, and I know as a Baptist, I know other Baptists
Come on.
that that observe Lent, but for the most part, all the people I know are Catholic that observe Lent.
Yeah, I think it's more widely observed by Catholics.
Yeah, it's definitely what I found in my research was that it's Anglicans, Roman Catholics, Eastern Orthodox, Lutherans, and Methodists that observe Lent, and then Protestants like Baptists, evangelicals, Pentecostals, or Latter-day Saints. They don't really recognize. Wait, they do recognize Lent. However, they don't normally alter their day-to-day lives as a Christian might. As a Catholic might. Where they might restrict their food or give up certain luxuries. Like, oh yeah, I forgot. Some people give up social media.
I guess.
You're like, all right. And they do charitable work. So it's a lot. I think it's just, and this is one of the things that always separated, I feel like, Catholicism from other religions for me is do whatever you want to do, but just go and repent and tell the priest your sins and it's all good. Like, it's washed clean. And again, it's no judgment at all. That's just something I've observed about
Christianity in general.
Christianity, but really in Catholicism, they're like, yeah, do whatever you want. But anyway, so I kind of skipped over Mardi Gras. My bad, y'all. I was a little eager to get into Ash Wednesday, but Mardi Gras is also known as Fat Tuesday, and it's also known as Shrove Tuesday. Shrove Tuesday is like the official Christian term that people use when they're describing the day before Lent starts. It's the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday. It's a day of penitence. You can cleanse your soul. And you could just get lit and celebrate before you have to do all of this fasting and altering your life. So I bring up Mardi Gras because that's the way that they do it in New Orleans. They turn up. They have parades. And as you know, Mardi Gras lasts for like weeks, if not a month.
Yeah. It's a long time.
And then it ends in Fat Tuesday. And then people start Lent and get right with it. But yeah, Mardi Gras is actually French for Fat Tuesday. I don't know French, but
really,
you're welcome. Yeah,
definitely didn't know that.
It's French for Fat Tuesday. So yeah, You eat whatever the hell you want, and then you got to lean it on out. And I think it's good because you're getting ready for the summer. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But Mardi Gras is celebrated. The most famous one is in New Orleans, where you were just at, I guess.
Exactly.
And then there's also a really big one in Mobile, Alabama. But the ones that really have a lot of French heritage, because Mardi Gras is a French term.
I've heard that Mardi Gras started in Alabama, actually.
Yeah, that's where like a really huge one is. And then Carnival. Carnival. That's another that's another another parade where, and you'll notice, like, I don't know if you noticed on Instagram, but there were a whole lot of people at Carnival in Trinidad or other countries. But they have crop overs throughout the year. But anyway, it's another form of
sober, so I didn't notice.
Look. A drink. But yeah, skipping over Mardi Gras. Moving forward. So again, Lent is 40 days and it ends on Easter. And just really quickly, the symbolism. I cannot talk today. I can't talk. I don't know what's wrong with my tongue, but whatever. The symbolism of ashes, where, you know, it's a mark on your forehead. You've seen it. Everybody's seen it. There's a couple of, I guess, things to remember about that. This one's a little morbid, but they said death comes to everyone. It's a lot. People should be sad about their sins. They got to change for the better. God made the first human being by breathing life into dust, and without God, humans are nothing more than dust and ashes. It's a lot. It's a real deep.
I don't like those. That makes me feel like if I walk around and ask 10 people, what is that ash on your forehead about? They probably wouldn't be able to answer. That's what I feel like.
Basically,
after hearing those vague answers.
The main one is that it's the mark of the cross made at baptism. What else? They symbolize the way Christ sacrificed on the cross. Yeah, a lot of it is.
I get it.
Symbolism for the cross, right? And
so the churches that I went to,
go ahead.
They did the 40-day fasting stuff, but nobody ever did the ash on the forehead. I've never seen that before, except, Catholics, I think.
Catholics. And it's actually made from the burning of palm leaves from last year's Ash Wednesday. Did I say that right? Hold on. Yeah, it was made. It's basically a year. They're like year-old palm leaves that they're burning.
Yeah.
Or you can just buy them. I'm pretty sure a lot of people just buy them. What else did I want to tell you guys? Just a couple of, myths about it. All Christians celebrate Lent. We already talked about that. Everybody doesn't. Lent commemorates the death of Jesus because it generally, starts with that cross, right, on Ash Wednesday and it ends on Easter. So it's assumed that it is about the death of Jesus. But apparently it's the period of preparations where they remember the life of Jesus. And it's more directly related to his ministry versus just his death. So it's a lot of different interpretations about it, but that's one of the myths.
Kind of like the Bible itself.
Okay. And what else? Lent is 40 days long. Apparently, it is more than that. Ash Wednesday to the Holy Saturday is 46 days. And Ash Wednesday to the Holy Thursday is 44 days. So there are different Christians that observe Lent for 2 different periods of time. Catholics give up meat during Lent. That is another myth. Everybody doesn't give up meat, but they may pick something to abstain from. And then the last myth is that it ends on Easter Sunday. That's not true. It actually ends on the Holy Thursday. So I hope my very brief overview of Lent has sparked you guys' interest to read the blog that I'm going to put up. Ty is side-eyeing me right now because I
Eventually.
have really been slacking on that, but I'm going to get on it. But yeah, so next time you talking about Mardi Gras getting lit, etc., remember there is a greater reason for observing Lent.
And then keep drinking.
Thank you. And then keep drinking. But that's our articulated segment, and we're going to take a quick break and hear from one of our sponsors, and then we'll get into the words of the week. This episode is brought to you by The Stephen Knight Show. The Stephen Knight Show combines heart, cultural views, fashion, and business news, indie music, along with celebrities from the world of sports and entertainment. The Stephen Knight Show, it airs each and every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. It is an awesome show. I've listened to it. You guys should definitely check it out. They've had guests like Michael K. Williams, Tito Jackson, Faith Evans, Silena Johnson, Farnsworth Bentley, and a long list of other celebrities, many independent artists, movie directors, fitness and relationship experts. The Stephen Knight Show airs each and every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, only at thestephennightshow.com.
All right. We're back. Words of the week.
The words of the week.
I know there needs to be like a theme
We need a
song
little soundbite.
that sings that part. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna give 2 words and their definitions, and Savage and I will attempt to use those words in a sentence, hopefully related to something we talked about on this episode, but we'll see. The first word is adust.
I paid that ass a dust. What's the definition?
Adust is an adjective, and it's spelled A-D-U-S-T, like it sounds, and it means scorched or burned.
Scorched or burned?
Scorched or burned. Adust. Adjective.
So, the ash that you'll find that's being put upon everybody's head on Ash Wednesday is just a dusted palm leaves. I probably didn't use it right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's right, but it's boring.
Wasn't it boring? I'm sorry. I like my first sentence. I paid that ass a dust. It wasn't used properly, but
let me
I
think of
will
one.
guess.
This may not be related, but let's see. Quita left Kevin's penis adust.
Oh, gross. Then why it gotta be Quita? Why can't it be Karen?
I just needed a generic name, but that worked.
Hate.
And I win. But second word, carp.
A carp, like a dead fish?
Carp, C-A-R-P. It's a verb. It means to find fault or complain querulously, which I looked that up too because I know what it meant. It's kind of like whining, basically.
Oh my God, I know somebody that
It's a verb. And carp.
be carping the night away. Complain about everything. Shut up, girl. A carper. Who complains about everything? Let me think about somebody right now. I can't stand people online that carps about everything. You gotta pick your battles, sweeties. Everything. You can't be offended by everything.
Trump and his entire cabinet carp about everything that Obama achieved in the White House.
A word.
Fuck out of here. All right, y'all. Words of the week. Adust and carp. Please go throughout your week and try to use those words for us. And listen back if you need to. Figure out the definitions and use those words in a sentence. And let us know how you're using them online. Hashtag TAP or hashtag The Articulate Podcast. And let us know how you use it for the week. That's all I got.
Or Ty also post them on our Instagram.
No, I post them on the website, the words of the week.
Post them on the
They're
website.
on the blog on our website, thearticulatepodcast.com. So
Yes.
if you ever need to look back, if you think you're using something wrong, just go back through our website. Um, but yeah, thearticulatepodcast.com. Also be sure to listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play Music, SoundCloud, YouTube, and just hashtag us wherever you're making comments online.
And you can find us all over social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and we're typically The Articulate Podcast, but only on Twitter are we The Articulate PC. And if it's funny, if it's a post that's pretty funny, it's probably something I wrote or posted. But if you see something that's not
Lies.
so funny, it's definitely something that Ty did. So just watch out for
Lies.
my stuff. But you should
It's all mine.
definitely add us.
Quiet as kept.
Not all the time. Anyway. Most of the time. But just add us and follow us, engage with us, love us.
I just want to say that I'm going to see Black Panther.
Me too. And
It comes out
listen,
Friday.
I'm wearing a dashiki. I'm wearing a head wrap. I'm going to be as black as I possibly can be.
I'm prepared not to be able to see the screen fully when I get in the theater.
You shouldn't, because I'm have a damn head wrap on that's so tall.
But I'm trying to get together a group of friends to go see it and get tickets. I'm just not. We don't have tickets yet, so I may be staying a week late at this rate. I don't know what's happening. If y'all got some tickets out there, let me know.
I'm so excited to see it.
Me too, but we'll tell y'all about our experience next week. Hopefully, I will have seen it. But anyway, we out, y'all.
Bye. Have a good week.
I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81, they'll bring the crashers to the party. And you know me, turn the 02 into the 03, dog. Without 40 Ollie, there be no me. Imagine if I never met the broskies. God's plan. God's plan. I can't do this on my own.